Have you ever felt like the ground beneath your feet was slipping away? Like the world around you was spinning faster than you could keep up with? If you're watching this, you might be living in a moment of chaos, fear, uncertainty, maybe in your relationships, in your career, or even within yourself. But what if I told you there is an ancient path, walked by emperors and philosophers, that can help you find calm, not by avoiding storms, but by standing still in the eye of them? Welcome to Stoicism, and more specifically, to 7 powerful principles from Marcus Aurelius, himself that can anchor your soul in the most turbulent times. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Stick around till the very end, because one of these principles might just change the way you see love, life, and even heartbreak. Let's begin. Introduction. Context building. Imagine being the most powerful man on Earth, Emperor of Rome, and still struggling every day with your thoughts, your emotions, your fears. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a ruler. He was a thinker, a writer, and a man who, despite having control over a vast empire, knew that the greatest battlefield wasn't in Gaul or Germania, it was in his own mind. In his private journal, never meant for publication, he left behind what we now call meditations. In it, he recorded simple, powerful reflections to remind himself how to stay calm, focused, and kind, even when everything around him was falling apart. What makes his wisdom even more valuable today is that Marcus lived through plagues, war, betrayal, and the death of his children. Sound familiar? So if you're navigating uncertain times, you're not alone, and you're certainly not powerless. Let me now guide you through the 7 Stoic principles Marcus Aurelius lived by, each one a stepping stone to inner peace. 1. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. Marcus once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let me tell you a story. A young Roman soldier once came to Marcus, troubled and restless. His fiancée had broken off their engagement. His commander had passed him over for a promotion, and rumors of another war were swirling. The soldier was angry, bitter, and broken. Marcus listened quietly. Then he said, "You suffer more in your imagination than in reality. You are trying to command things outside your command, the love of another, the decision of a superior, the future itself." This was the first principle. Marcus taught, draw a sharp line between what is within your control and what is not. You can control your intentions, your actions, your responses. You cannot control other people, the weather, your past, or tomorrow's outcome. In times of uncertainty, whether it's a breakup, a job loss, or a betrayal, ask yourself, what part of this can I actually control? And what must I let go? That's how peace begins. Memento mori, remember you will die. That sounds grim, doesn't it? But for Marcus Aurelius, remembering death wasn't about fear, it was about clarity. He would remind himself daily, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. There's a legend that Marcus once sat by the bed of a dying senator, a man who had spent his life chasing titles, grudges, and gossip. As the man slipped away, he looked up at Marcus and said, "None of it mattered." That stuck with Marcus, and it should stick with you too. In uncertain times, we often get lost in meaningless worry. But when you remember that life is short, that time is limited, you start to live differently. You forgive quicker. You say what matters. You let go of petty fights, and you cherish every sunrise like it might be your last. So if you're battling with anxiety, ask yourself, if I only had a year to live, would this problem still matter? If not, let it go. 3. Amor fati, love your fate. Not just accept it, love it. Marcus believed that everything, even the painful, was part of nature's design. He wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." There's a story of a Roman merchant who lost all his ships in a storm. Ruined and suicidal, he came to Marcus expecting pity. Instead, Marcus said, "Now is your chance to become who you are without the weight of what you once had." Pain is not the enemy. Suffering is not the enemy. The enemy is our resistance to what is. What if that breakup was the best thing that ever happened to you? What if being fired opened the door to your real calling? What if losing her saved you from losing yourself? You don't have to understand it all, but you can love it all. That is amor fati. 4. The obstacle is the way. Ryan Holiday made this phrase famous, but it comes directly from Marcus. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let me take you to a battlefield. Marcus once had to lead his army through enemy territory, blocked by a river swollen with rain. His generals argued. His soldiers panicked. But Marcus? He smiled. Then we build a bridge, he said. And so they did. And in building that bridge, they built morale, resilience, and trust, things they never would have gained by simply walking the easy path. You're facing an obstacle now. Maybe it's heartbreak. Maybe it's failure. Maybe it's just fear. Good, because this is your moment to grow, to build your own bridge, to rise. Don't run from the obstacle. Run toward it. 5. Be tolerant with others, strict with yourself. Marcus said, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself, what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? It's so easy to blame others in uncertain times. He lied. She cheated. They hurt me. But Stoicism, real Stoicism, flips the script. You can't fix others, but you can always work on yourself. That doesn't mean being a doormat. Marcus wasn't passive. He fought wars, made judgments, even executed justice. But he never wasted time hating. To hate is to poison your own peace. To obsess over others' faults is to neglect your own garden. So forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. And then get back to work. On yourself. 6. Practice present-mindedness. Do not let the future disturb you, Marcus wrote, for you will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Let me tell you a story from Marcus' final days. He was ill. The empire was under threat. His son, Commodus, was not ready to rule. Aides panicked. Advisors argued. Marcus sat calmly. How can you be so still? One whispered. Marcus replied, because I am not in tomorrow. I am only in now. And now, I am breathing. I am thinking. I am alive. So many of us waste the now by worrying about the next. You worry she might leave, that you might fail, that it might all fall apart. But right now, in this very second, you are okay. And that is enough. Focus only on the present moment. Make it strong. The future will take care of itself. 7. Live according to nature, with virtue. Lastly, Marcus believed that true peace came from living with integrity. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. There is nothing more exhausting than living out of alignment with your values. In a time of uncertainty, temptations multiply. To lie, to cheat, to blame, to numb. But virtue is your anchor. Marcus believed that we were all part of a greater order, and when we act in harmony with it, we feel peace. Be honest, be courageous, be just, be self-disciplined, even when no one is watching, especially then, because your peace doesn't come from approval. It comes from virtue, from knowing, deep down, you're walking the path, even if the road is hard. We're ending, recap and call to action. So let's recap these 7 Stoic principles from Marcus Aurelius for finding inner peace in uncertain times. Control what you can, let go of the rest. Remember you will die, so live fully. Love your fate, even the painful parts. The obstacle is the way. Grow through what you go through. Be tolerant with others, strict with yourself. Work on you. Be present. Now is all you ever have. Live with virtue. Integrity is peace. Life will never be completely certain. But with these principles, your peace doesn't have to depend on certainty. You can become unshakable, not by avoiding storms, but by becoming the kind of person who sails through them with calm, eyes and a strong soul. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. And please, share this with someone who might need it today. With that said, Thanks for watching, and until next time.